What does the perfect physique look like? Aesthetic. So to begin with, what is an aesthetic physique? An aesthetic physique focuses on the appealing muscle groups: a wide back, V-shape, full chest, and prominent abs. As well as this, you need a solid foundation of muscle whilst being lean enough to show it. There's quite a lot to discuss for aesthetics as a whole, so we'll start with the basics. Step 1. How to build muscle. The driving force of growth is mechanical tension. All this is your muscle producing a force contracting against resistance. Another key factor you also want to focus on is progressive overload. Now, progressive overload is simply adding repetitions or adding weight over time. And with this, you also want to train towards failure and do 2 sets per exercise. I would recommend an upper-lower split because this provides the best frequency for all of your muscle groups, as well as providing enough intensity during your workouts. But honestly, all splits are great. They are all going to build muscle. You need to find a split that's going to fit your routine and allows you to stay consistent. Step 2. Exercise selection. Alright, now you know how to build muscle, but what are the best exercises to look aesthetic? Specific exercises would include lat pull down and rows for the wide back, lateral raises for those capped shoulders, a compound press and fly for the full chest, and some form of crunch or leg raise that you can progressive overload for your abs. These exercises should be a priority, but don't ignore the rest of your body. While you want these muscle groups to be the focus of your physique, you still need to actually build up muscle everywhere else. You know how to build muscle and you know what exercises are best, but there's one last step, and that's being lean enough to show it. Everyone has different starting points, so I'll show a rough guideline on what you should do depending on where you start. Skinny fat, you should cut first, then main gain. Overweight, you should cut first, then main gain. And if you start naturally skinny, you should just main gain. The point of being aesthetic is to have that lean look. And that lean look usually happens around 10 to 15% body fat. So if you are cutting, you should be in around a 500 calorie deficit. So each week, if you stick to that deficit, you would lose 1 pound of fat per week. So adjust your cut and calorie deficit according to your starting body weight. And if you are main gaining, all you need is a slight calorie surplus. Nothing above 100 calories, because building muscle takes an extremely long time. You can't force feed the process. So those heavy bulks you see all the old bodybuilders doing was completely, well, not useless, but it was unnecessary. Now, regardless if you're cutting or main gaining, within your diet you want to have a high protein goal to allow your muscles to recover and grow. And you also want to carb up before your training sessions, because your muscles need glycogen to contract. And to get glycogen, you need to digest carbs. If you have any more questions, just drop it down in the comments. I'll reply to most of them. And if you found this video helpful, it would be appreciated if you drop a like and subscribe.